Hey there, everybody. I'm Whitney Morgan, thyroid coach, functional nutrition practitioner, and co-founder of the Functional Health Alliance. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the 3 mistakes you need to avoid when going gluten-free. But before we jump into it, hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. Okay, let me just start by saying that if you have Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism, you need to be gluten-free. I'm not going to get into the reasons here, but just go check out previous videos I've recorded on the topic if you're interested. So I'm going to assume that if you're here, you're watching this video, you know you need to be gluten-free and you're committed to eliminating it from your life. But there are 3 mistakes that can sabotage your efforts, and I see it all the time in my work with clients. Mistake number 1. Believing in a gluten-free bubble. It doesn't exist, folks. What I mean specifically is that it's almost impossible to keep yourself safe from gluten exposure if gluten is still walking through your front door. The world is full of gluten, but your home doesn't have to be. As long as you're sharing a kitchen with family members who consume gluten, your health is at risk. And some of the most common vectors of contamination are things like cutting boards, plastic and wooden spoons, food storage containers, utensil drawers, dishwasher, countertops, pantry shelves. Now, these are just a handful of the common vector points, but there are others. And I just want to add too that even though the kitchen is the most risky room in your house, it's not the only thing you need to be concerned about. You also need to get gluten out of your medicine cabinet, your personal care products, and your makeup bag. Mistake number 2, ignoring cross-reactivity. For most people with thyroid issues, going gluten-free isn't enough. Why? Because other foods are so similar to gluten that your immune system reacts to them as if they are gluten. And I'm talking about cow dairy, corn, rice, yeast, oats, and millet. In my clinical experience, over 80% of people who are gluten sensitive have developed a cross-reactivity to both corn and cow dairy. That's the big trifecta, those 3 foods. There seems to be less of a risk with the other cross-reactive foods, but to be sure, you need to do some testing. Now, if you don't want to invest in the testing, then your best bet is to eliminate all of these cross-reactive foods. Mistake number 3, a failure to monitor your antibody levels. And I'm not talking thyroid. I'm talking specifically about wheat and gluten antibodies. Most people are not as gluten-free as they think they are, primarily because they rely on symptoms to tell them if and when they get an exposure. But micro-exposures to wheat and gluten might not always cause the symptoms that you associate with getting contaminated. So if you want to make sure that gluten isn't sneaking through your defenses, you should test yourself annually for the antibodies. Right now, the best tests out there are either the Wheat Zoomer from Vibrant Wellness Labs or the Array 3 from Cyrex Labs. Both of these are peptide-based arrays that provide the greatest accuracy. I hope I've given you some food for thought here. If you have questions about what I've covered today, drop them in the comments below or reach out to me on social media. If you're struggling with hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's and want to learn more about my thyroid reboot method, visit my website at morgannutrition.com. Now, if you're ready to uncover the root causes of your thyroid issue and get your customized health protocol based on lab-verified data, schedule a Zoom call with me and let's see if we're a good fit. You'll find links to my website and scheduling page in the video notes. Finally, if you found this video helpful, please let me know by liking it, subscribing to my channel, or sharing this video with a friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.